everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Um, Recently I discovered a game that I was very fascinated in, and I wrote the company and said, "Hey, I would really like to take a look at this. This is something different, and uh, I'd like to take a look at it." So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at a game called Deliverance from Lowen Games. They were nice enough to send me a copy of this, and let's go down. I'm going to go over a few things, take a look at some stuff, make sure that you see what this is all about, and then we'll come up and we'll talk more about this. Now, I'm not going to go over all the rules, and what I'm going to do is I really want to show you some things here because this is really something really special. First of all, this rule book was so easy to read. It's oversized, which I really enjoy when people do books like this, and it breaks everything down that you're going to get in this box. And this is where this really shines, is the components are just top notch. And like I said, if you hate reading rules, they even give you a thing where you can scan here, which makes it a lot easier. For the money that you're paying, you get a ton of game here with a ton of replayability. This basically is heaven, light versus darkness, good versus evil, heaven versus hell, and it's a Christian-based game, and I really enjoy this. First of all, the art is absolutely incredible. You're going to be some of these angels. You got Christine and Michael. A matter of fact, in my box set, I believe you could play with the tokens, or you can use the figures. I've already started working on Michael and Christine, and I threw a little paint on there, which is fine. But the way these come, they come with the sun drop, so you really don't need to paint them. Okay, your villains are going to be tokens. And you're going to be fighting your way through, and you're going to be fighting a major angel that has descended from heaven, and wants to cause nothing but bedlam in this small town, which is really just interesting on how you have to negotiate that. You have Christine here, we're going to take a look at, and she has all her stats on the front. On the back, there is some lore, and then there's some proverb. Now, if you don't believe, or whatever religion you are, you don't have to read this. All right, don't hold this against this game. But I do like that they do, because it follows things very closely, and it adds to it. And there's a lesson, there's an inspiration to be learned here by just reading some of this, and I really enjoy that part of it. And I really support this game 100%. The components are ridiculous, like I said. You're going to basically, you could play a one-off, or you can play. You're going to be fighting through this town, and as you can see, the art on these tiles are just absolutely beautiful. As we lay some of these out here, you're going to be dealing with things here with your angels, but also there is this darkness that keeps creeping in, and that's going to cause all kinds of problems. And you're going to have to deal with this, because as this darkness comes, it's going to have certain effects. Okay, so you have to deal with the darkness, and you got to decide how you're going to use your actions and how you're going to do things. Are you going to deal with fighting I mean, look at some of these things. Some of these things are ridiculous, an abomination. Okay, and things like that. They have their own cards and stuff like that. And where this really shines is the balance and how you can keep on playing. Because, like, for instance, for Michael and Christine, Michael the Archangel here, they have these talents, okay, which are going to help them out, okay, and they're different talents, and how you mix them up and how you pull them are actually going to make the replayability really fantastic on this, especially if you're just doing one-offs, okay. But here's where the balance comes, okay. The enemies have the same type of tactic cards, Okay, and they can use different types of tactic cards that are going to make them even harder, and change the way they interact and how they attack, which makes this very, very just very high in replayability. A ton of lore on the back to give you a great feel of what's going on and how things go, like the cruel archer, uh, the fallen Seprath, the hateful fiend, the mask evil, okay, the meddling imp, Sandman, and of course you got to deal with unclean spirits, and there's a ton more stuff, and of course you have different types of bosses and things like that. There's so much going on and so much replayability in this fantastic, wonderful experience. And you could play, solo, or you can play a campaign. They actually have a campaign box here, which I know I moved around, but you'll also be able to get heavenly treasures, okay, which are going to help you along the way. Different types of weapons and things like that. And these things are going to help you fend off the darkness and hopefully defeat the fallen angel. And then you have a complete campaign which you'll be able to play through, which do not open until instructed by the campaign book. And there's a campaign book here, which is just absolutely, again, another thing that is absolutely beautifully, beautifully put together. How it spells everything out, telling you, who you want to start with and so forth and so on, and progression and things like that. This is something I'm really looking forward to. I played a couple of one-offs, and they are just absolutely, it's just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and inspirational game made by a guy that has put his life and his heart and his soul into this. Again, you can get it without the angels and I mean without the miniatures, but I really suggest the miniatures because they're absolutely beautiful. And you can play with the standees if you don't want to play with that. There's just so much to this, and you could see where the passion and all the heart that was put into this, and this is why I really am excited about this and wanting to show this to you this week. So let's go up top. I have a lot more to talk about this. I mean, wow. I mean, what a tremendous game. And I'm going to hold up the rule book here in case. I believe his name is Andrew Lowen. Good. I got it right. How about everything? And I didn't show you everything, and I wish I did. There's a campaign sheet that you get. You're going to get beautiful cards that are going to help you decipher the phases and show you the effects, because there's a lot of effects. One of the another things is that really stands out in this is how you can put this thing away. They have like different levels for all the cards, so it was very well thought out. And then even for the tokens, you have this beautiful tray holder that all the tokens stay in. So when you play this, you could put it away because there's a lot going on here. This was just so well thought out, and you could tell all the passion and the heart. And that's the thing that I like to talk about a bit, is that when somebody comes out with a game, listen, there's over 1,000 games that come out a year nowadays in this marketplace that's out there now. And when you have an independent person like this that comes out and puts their heart into it, and their passion and their love for gaming, but also what they believe in it. I'm really moved by that. I'm moved by how much Andrew has put into this, how this feels. You could feel everything was methodically put together and how it plays out. And there's just a saying on this box that kind of sums up the game. There was a little bit of scripture. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And that's the premise of this game, is balance. The world is full of, unfortunately, balance. Okay, you can't have good without evil. Something that we've said here quite a few times, dealing with the board game industry, and this really shows in this fantastic experience. This is a wonderful, wonderful game. You can get it at Miniature Market, or you can go to Lowen Games, or just type in Deliverance, and you can buy it from their website. This is one that, starting off 2024, here we go. We're starting off with a bang and another great game. And this is just absolutely fantastic, and I highly, highly suggest this one. Just absolutely wonderful. And what a way to start off the year, huh? So check it out, Deliverance from Lowen Games. I can't recommend it any more than I am, because I'm just blown away by it. Until next time, should there be one, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon. This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.